Hello, students. Welcome back to another fascinating journey into the science of life. Let me start with a simple question. How do you feel when you skip your breakfast? Weak? Low on energy? That's because your body, like every living organism, constantly needs nutrition to keep its life processes running. Nutrition is not just about eating food. It is the biological process by which organisms obtain and utilize food to generate energy, build body structures, and repair damaged cells. From the tiniest bacterium floating in a pond to the largest mammals roaming the earth, all need nutrition to survive, grow, and reproduce. But nutrition is not just an individual need, it's what drives ecosystems. Energy captured by green plants flows into herbivores, then to carnivores, and finally to decomposers, creating the web of life. Now let's explore how different organisms fulfill their nutritional needs. Some organisms are autotrophic. Like green plants, they prepare their own food using sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. This is the process of photosynthesis. Others are heterotrophic. Animals, fungi, and most bacteria, they depend on other organisms for food. Among heterotrophs, there are herbivores that eat plants, carnivores that eat animals, omnivores like us humans who eat both, parasites that suck nourishment from a host, and saprophytes like fungi that grow on dead matter. Think about it, a cow grazing in the field is a herbivore, a lion hunting a deer is a carnivore, and bread mold growing on stale bread is a saprophyte. Here's a chart comparing autotrophs and heterotrophs. Notice the variety of feeding strategies life has evolved. Truly, nutrition shows the adaptability of living organisms in nature. Let's dive deeper into the autotrophic mode, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a life-sustaining process where green plants convert light energy into chemical energy. The equation is 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 6 molecules of water, in the presence of light and chlorophyll, produce 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen. Inside the chloroplasts, chlorophyll traps sunlight. The roots supply water, and leaves absorb carbon dioxide. The glucose produced becomes food, and the oxygen released sustains all aerobic life. Forests are often called the lungs of the earth because they perform photosynthesis on a massive scale, replenishing the oxygen we breathe. Look at this diagram: sunlight entering leaves, chlorophyll absorbing energy, carbon dioxide coming in, and oxygen going out. Isn't it remarkable that plants silently perform this global service every day? Science becomes exciting when we can see proof, right? Let's recall the classic starch test in leaves. A leaf exposed to sunlight is first boiled in alcohol to remove chlorophyll. When iodine solution is added, the leaf turns blue-black, proving starch formation. But here's the interesting part: if a section of the leaf was covered with black paper, that part does not turn blue-black. This shows that sunlight is essential for photosynthesis. This experiment proves that photosynthesis requires light, carbon dioxide, and chlorophyll. Even in agriculture, farmers ensure proper sunlight exposure for crops to maximize photosynthesis and improve yield. Observe the experimental setup: a leaf half covered with black paper, tested with iodine solution. Isn't it satisfying to see biology in action through experiments? Not all organisms have complex systems like plants or animals. Unicellular organisms show us simple, elegant ways of nutrition. Take amoeba. It extends finger-like projections called pseudopodia to engulf food, forming a food vacuole where digestion takes place. Paramecium, on the other hand, uses tiny hair-like cilia to sweep food into its oral groove before digestion. Although simple, these methods are perfectly adapted for single-celled life. Studying these tiny creatures gives us clues about how nutrition evolved in the earliest forms of life. Watch this diagram: amoeba surrounding a food particle and paramecium sweeping food inside with cilia. Isn't it fascinating that even a single cell has its own food strategy? Now, let's look at ourselves, humans. Our nutrition involves a highly specialized system. The digestive system has an alimentary canal beginning at the mouth and ending at the anus, along with glands like salivary glands, the liver, and the pancreas. Here's the process: food enters the mouth, where saliva begins carbohydrate digestion. The stomach churns and uses hydrochloric acid and enzymes to digest proteins while also killing harmful microbes. Next, in the small intestine, bile from the liver emulsifies fats, and pancreatic juices break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. The inner lining of the small intestine, covered with villi, absorbs these nutrients into the bloodstream. Finally, undigested material passes into the large intestine and is eliminated as waste. Look at this detailed diagram of the human digestive system. Each organ plays a vital role. Isn't the coordination of organs and digestion truly marvelous? So, let's connect everything we've learned. Autotrophic nutrition, like photosynthesis, is the foundation of life. Heterotrophic modes, herbivores, carnivores, parasites, and saprophytes, are ways in which organisms obtain this energy secondhand. Even the tiniest amoeba and paramecium, or the highly complex human digestive system, all share one common goal: to obtain energy and materials for life. Think about it: every bite of food you eat, every green leaf you see, every forest you visit, these are all reminders of the central role of nutrition in maintaining ecosystems. Nutrition truly is the gateway of energy for life itself. I hope this session helped you appreciate the wonder of how organisms feed, survive, and thrive. In our next concept, we'll explore respiration, how cells unlock the energy stored in food. Until then, remember, biology is the science of life, and nutrition is its first step.